After watching Pokemon Red and Blue, Brock, the famous Rock-type Pokemon trainer, taught us something important. Something we fans had neglected. Rock-type Pokemon are the hardest to find. As the name implies, Rock-type Pokemon are great when it comes to defending themselves against physical attacks. They aren't really fast, and they don't have great accuracy, but they are unique in their own way. These Rock-type come in a variety of shapes and sizes. Most of them share a fortitude that matches their natural abilities. In today's video, let us introduce you to the top 10 strongest Rock-type. Number 10. Golem. More resilient than a physical rock with arms and legs sticking out, Golem is number 10 on the list of the strongest Rock-type. It looks like a massive boulder that has grown arms, legs, and a head. Uncertainty surrounds whether they have soft bodies beneath the shell that resembles a rock, or whether the top layer is simply an extraordinarily thick skin layer covering all their internal organs. Golem has a lower center of gravity than its adversaries, giving it the advantage over them when they try to tip it over and use its size and shape against it. With an HP of 80, attack of 110, and defense of 130, a Golem's strongest movements include Mudslap and Earthquake. Number 9. Tyrantrum. Nearly half of all Pokemon types, including one of its own, are weak to Tyrantrum. Tyrantrum, a dual-type rock dragon, is vulnerable to Dragon, Ice, Fairy, Steel, Ground, and Fighting. It partially compensates for these by having extremely high physical attack and defense, but it also moves slowly and is hence vulnerable to Oko. Tyrantrum, though, is among the best designs out there. It is like a T-Rex in the Pokemon universe. It has a vicious appearance, a rare type combination, and a height of 8 feet 2 inches. It can frighten almost anyone who tries to approach it. Its best movesets include Dragon Tail and Outrage. Its attack stat is 227 and defense is 191. Number 8. Gigalith. Gigalith may look like a simple mass of rocks on the outside, with vivid red geodes and crystals sprouting from its body. Don't underestimate this rock-type Pokemon because it can project energy beams from its body thanks to those red crystals that absorb solar energy. The attack that is launched when the energy has been squeezed so tightly and under such pressure can flatten entire mountains. Additionally, it has the disadvantage of creating an immeasurable number of fissures within its own body. Its best movesets include Smackdown and Solar Beam. Its HP is 85, attack is 135, and defense is 130. Number 7. Armaldo. Armaldo has a somewhat silly appearance with enormous, rectangular eyes sticking out from the side of its head and small, thin limbs ending in not particularly scary claws. It genuinely gives the impression that it's an odd hybrid of a lobster and a mantis. But this rock-type Pokemon has huge potential. Armaldo, one of the rarest dual-type bug Pokemon in existence, makes the most of its rock-bug combination. Its base stat total is 495, and it only has 3 weaknesses. Although exceedingly slow, it has excellent attack, which is 125, and defense, which is 100, as well as average abilities across the board. And thanks to its highly cool and recognizable shine, Armaldo is instantly recognized. Its best movesets include Fury Cutter and Return. Number 6. Rampardos. Like animals, Pokemon occasionally overtly display the purposes for which their body underwent evolution. When it comes to Rampardos, it's obvious that they were designed to dominate and protect. Rampardos, who have a huge blue spot on top of their heads, use it to fight for a variety of reasons. For anyone looking to test it, the areas surrounding spikes make climbing considerably riskier. Rampardos, a Pokemon of the Rock type, is amusingly thought to be the greatest opponent of rocks. Their best movesets include Smackdown and Rock Slide. Their base stats include 87 HP, 165 attack strength, and 60 defense. Number 5. Aggron. Aggron, the ultimate incarnation of Aron, is one of the most potent monsters. It's a dual-type steel-rock Pokemon. Aggron, a fiercely defensive creature, proudly displays the wounds it has sustained in prior battles. Aggron loses a lot of the rock's flaws due to its steel type. It still has 2 quad vulnerabilities to ground and fighting though. Its best movesets are Iron Tail and Heavy Slam. The Aggronite enables Aggron to Mega Evolve. It changes to a pure steel type as a Mega, and its already great physical defense soars to a whopping 230. However, it still has poor special numbers and is equally as slow as its usual form. Number 4. Lycanroc. Lycanroc, one of the rare Pokemon with several forms, changes its appearance depending on the time of the day it evolves. Midnight form Lycanroc, which is produced when it evolves at night, resembles a slouched werewolf, while Midday and Dusk Lycanroc, which are produced when they evolve during the day or between 7 and 7:59 p.m. respectively, look like regular dogs. Lycanroc appears to be based on the extinct Hokkaido wolf, while it also may have drawn inspiration from the Okori Inu, a mountain dweller that changed its behavior depending on who it encountered. Its best movesets are Rock Throw and Stone Edge, with attack stats touching 115 and defense touching 65. Number 3. Aerodactyl. Aerodactyl, one of the original fossil Pokemon in the series, is a prominent Generation 1 Pokemon. Its terrifying jaw, which was unmistakably influenced by a pterosaur, is claimed to be capable of effortlessly ripping its adversary's limbs off. It balances out because it has 5 weaknesses, equal numbers of resistances, and immunity. Its best movesets are Rock Throw and Rock Slide. Aerodactyl can Mega Evolve with the Aerodactylite to improve things. Aerodactyl, who was quite powerful before the upgrade, undergoes a beastly Mega Evolution. Those flaws are completely irrelevant with a ridiculously high 150 speed and a potent 135 attack. That this Pokemon is a mainstay of Champion Lance's squad should come as no surprise. Number 2. Tyranitar. Tyranitar is not merely a passing reference to Godzilla. Just by glancing at the 6-foot-tall cave monster, it's very clear that it's tough as nails. Due to the green scales covering its body appearing thick and impenetrable, it's known as the Armor Pokemon. Tyranitar is a challenging opponent for trainers not only because of how it's constructed, but also because it has been known to generate a few sandstorms. This will increase its damage and make the battle's surroundings more difficult to overcome. Its best movesets include Smackdown and Stone Edge. It has a defense stat of 110 and an attack stat of 134. Number 1. Coalossal. Number 1 on our list is Coalossal, one of the series' most recent installments. Coalossal is a dual-type rock-fire creature that resembles a giant Goliath with a coal-covered upper torso. It can take on the Gigantamax form, which is essentially a moving volcano. Coalossal is the ideal tank because of its high HP and physical defense. It has a poor speed, which is a concern given that it has 2 4x vulnerabilities to ground and water. However, Coalossal still ranks as one of the finest rock types, despite appearing to be based on a kaiju covered in coal. Incinerate and Rock Slide are 2 of its best movesets. With an attack base of 80 and defense base of 120, you will love having this Pokemon on your team.